Department, Community-Led Housing and Urban Mining Infrastructure. In December of 2024, Sheffield City Council published a report titled A Moratorium Proposal, a suspension of all new construction works. This was a direct response to the city's overspending of its carbon budget. Simultaneously, Sheffield is in a severe housing crisis. To stay within the carbon budget, the city can only develop 129 new homes annually. This reality calls for a new approach, a radical programme of retrofitting vacant properties to meet housing targets sustainably. The Debenham store on the moor, a prominent corner site, was sold on December 11, 2024 with no proposal for the building's future. This sale cemented an extended period of vacancy for the site. On January 4, 2025, the Accidental Urban Collective, a group of artists, designers and architects, occupied the former Debenhams building. They hung large banners from the building with a proposal to use the vacant space as a pilot project for a new housing model. The collective's approach is guided by three core principles: degrowth, developing an architectural language and spatial programme that changes systemic attitudes towards consumption; DIY, creating architecture that supports breaking, editing and altering, allowing for user-led customisation; and dynamic, designing spaces that are non-determinative and responsive to evolving user needs. Evolving from early short-life housing projects, an alternative housing manifesto is proposed. The manifesto capitalises on the moratorium context by using abandoned construction sites as material stockpiles. Inspired by Richard Sennett's designing disorder and early site observations, the project adopts three key design principles. Most notably, incomplete form, where new developments are intentionally left unfinished. This fosters a culture of repair and iterative design, empowering residents to shape their own spaces, and non-linear narratives, where the design process is dynamic and exploratory, avoiding a fixed outcome from the start. The architectural language of the project was defined by carrying out a waste walk through Attercliffe, an industrial suburb of northeast Sheffield slated for significant redevelopment over the next 20 years. From this walk, a material inventory was formed and used to develop a series of waste follies. These waste follies became a key architectural and material touchstone for the project. Looking at the nuances of the architectural design, the layout emphasises vertical and horizontal agency of different programmatic uses to incite reciprocation between practices of home, making, education and community, with the perimeter of the ground and first floor plans being lined with human-scale urban mining-informed social practices such as repair workshops. The exposition space acts as a performative and education space, creating an extension of the public realm. It provides a tangible link between the city and the research happening inside of the building, inviting the public to engage with the nuances of material reclamation and reformation on a human scale. Whilst the residential units act as a live testbed for the waste-first technical approach to be explored at scale, placing an emphasis on contingency in material stock and using adaptable structural elements to facilitate a necessity for design flexibility. Adopting a self-finishing approach to the design of the dwellings ensures the architecture is able to support different ways of living, adapt to modern practices of home, and establish new communities within this alternative housing methodology. Built on the original roof, the base model of the parasitic dwellings is constructed using structural sandbag walls, reclaimed timber, and salvaged aluminium from the existing building. This framework provides the most expensive and difficult to build parts of the home, giving residents the flexibility to complete the rest of the home at their own pace. By providing expandable housing, the project allows residents to maintain their socio-economic networks, establishing a more meaningful integration with the evolving city.